It's TJ here. Just figured I'd give y'all an update midway through my first trip in my kayak. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I mean, it's just it's a real cheap kayak. It's only 10 foot. It's a sit on top. It is what it is. But in my opinion, it does pretty good. I've not really felt like I'm going to be squirrely in. I'm a pretty big guy. I'm about 240 pounds, 6'2". But besides that, it's, it's got a pretty good base on it. I haven't really tried standing in it yet. I'm fishing in 40-degree water. I'm not going to try that yet. Feels like I might be able to do it though, but pretty happy with the amount of storage it's got. I believe it's going to serve my purposes for doing some backpack survival camping. That's going to be my ultimate goal. Is I've got a hammock bed coming in and I'll be able to pack it in there, and my new stove's coming in. I should be able to pack it in there, and the idea is to be able to just take this thing out and be able to go out for 3-4 days, do some trout fishing, do some fly fishing, just whatever is fishing, biting fishing. I'm just a fun fisherman. But I'll flip the camera over and see what I can do about showing y'all the features of the kayak. Well, I wasn't able to flip the camera over while I was recording, so I had to stop it. So basically this is what it is. It's called the Tamarack Angler 100. It's a 10-foot sit on top fishing kayak. Haven't really figured out what I'm going to do up here yet, but it's got a nice little bungee storage area. I wish that was kind of flatter. That'd be nice, but it's not. But it's got a drainage port right there, carry handle up front. It's got multiple seat pieces, so you can put your legs in different positions. It's got a platform right there big enough. This is actually what I really bought it for. I'll show you in here. That's actually, you can access everywhere in here, and so that's kind of my plan for being able to get my clothes and my hammock and all my good stuff down in there and keeping it nice and dry. I think a little water got in as I put it in. The seat bottom is pretty comfortable. The seat back, I'm not gonna lie, it's basically useless. I'm probably gonna be going and looking at upgrading that with one of those sit on top pieces. It just seems like, man, I just can't lay back there at all, and you can already see where it's kind of bending back a little bit. Rod holders are pretty nice. That one up front's fully adjustable. I was using it, haven't really caught anything out today, but I've been mostly paddling. I haven't really been fishing. Back here, got another storage area. I've got my backpack back here. I bought a kayak bag to put back here that's got a milk crate in it, and I'll probably end up switching to it, but I'm trying to go light and easy today, so I just have my pre-packed gear that I usually take when I'm out wade fishing and hiking and fishing. I've got some water bottles and all that stuff, and then got my standard life jacket over here. Made some upgrades to it since last time. But basically all my tackle's in there in little boxes. I've got my net, I've got a waterproof case, got my dough baller, I've got an emergency whistle, all my good stuff right there. Tons of storage for all my tools and stuff. I've got my net attached to it, and then it's pretty lightweight. I'd say it maybe has got, maybe 10-15 pounds total, including all my gear. And then it's made of that nice mesh material. With a neoprene collar, so it doesn't really hurt, and it's really lightweight. I don't really sweat like I used to in my older ones. But I think I'm probably about to head out here. I ran into some swift current right here, and I'm gonna have to. It's a little shallow too, so I can't really build up any speed to get through it. So I'm gonna portage, and I've already walked upstream, and it's pretty clear upstream. Once I get through this part, I think I'll have some good fishable water. And my next pull off, I may pull the GoPro out and do a little fishing. Appreciate y'all joining me. Thanks. This is my review of the Tamarack Angler 100. Something happens by the end of the day, I may end up making a different review, but for right now, great little great little kayak for 300 bucks. I'm gonna definitely be recommending it to a lot of people. I was able to get some really good speed up in it. This is the first time I've ever really been in a kayak since maybe I was a kid. I've done some canoeing before, but I've been kayaking probably for 2 hours now, and I put in at a lake, and as you can see, I'm nowhere near a lake anymore. So I've been able to make some pretty good progress. I'm gonna go upstream a little bit more and scout it out for some future fishing trips and do a little fishing on my way back. But appreciate you stopping in. It's TJ here. I'm doing a post-trip review. I'm still super happy with the kayak. It did just about everything I asked it to do. You know, I actually did everything I asked it to do. I was really happy with it. It's the day after. I'm not really tired. I took it out for quite a long time, as y'all saw from the highlights from the trip. One thing I did know in the earlier in part of the video is I wasn't happy about the seat back. I hadn't had this part of it clasped yet. I hadn't figured this part of it out. It's kind of weird to figure out, but this part little clasps right in here, and then it's adjustable. And when you put that in there, this actually turns into a nice and sturdy seat back. I figured that out like in the last like hour of the trip. Really made a difference though. It really felt awesome. And then at the same time, it's also something that you can tighten down. So whenever you're heading out for the day, it keeps your seat from flying up. My only qualm with it is it did kind of like every 15 minutes I had to readjust it a little bit. It just didn't do super good right there. You know, just figure out a way to make that tighter and it'll be good. But I'm super happy with this thing. It did really well. I'm gonna have a lot more fun trips in it. Just want to say thank y'all for joining me, and check out my next video. It's gonna be on my new survival hammock. Thank y'all very much. This has been my review of the Lifetime Tamarack Angler 100.